Hi everybody, Barbara Drazga here, aka The Deal Diva. I'm an Amazon seller, third-party seller, and I'm also the creator of the Bundle Masterclass. So a lot of people have been asking me about what to do with bundles during fourth quarter. Now, fourth quarter, as you guys know, is like the biggest selling season of the year for all online sellers, for all e-commerce sellers. We make anywhere between 30 and 60% of our income during fourth quarter if we do it right. So I'm here to share some information with you, some things that I do in my business since I've been selling on Amazon since 2015. And these are the things that I do to create my own product bundles and lock my bundles down from competition and get organic traffic with my bundles without having to pay pay-per-click right out of the gate. So I wanted to share some secrets with you and also kind of my process so you can duplicate it. And at the end of the webinar, I'm going to give you an option to register, enroll in my bundle masterclass, and I'm going to give you a bunch of really cool bonuses, but it's only for the next few days. So go ahead and hang in there. And during the webinar, we're going to give a ton of content and going to pull back the curtain and show you what I do. Go ahead and turn off your video. There we go, shut it off. So if for some reason your video is on, please go ahead and turn off your video camera so that it doesn't show up on the webinar. So let's just get started. Let me make sure this is being recorded. Yes, okay. So today we're gonna talk about Q4 bundles, how to skyrocket your fourth quarter profits for Amazon sellers. Again, my name is Barbara Drazga. You can follow me on facebook.com/groups/dealdiva, DEALDIVA, and that's just a nickname that somebody gave me because I'm pretty good at working deals with suppliers. So in this presentation, here's what I'm going to help you learn. We're going to plan your bundles, how to plan your bundles before you spend any money on inventory. I think a lot of mistakes sellers make is they go out and they buy a bunch of stuff and then they figure out how to put it together, maybe sort of kind of, but they don't do any research ahead of time. So it's really important to understand how to niche your bundle concepts for higher prices and more sales, and what to do to keep your competitors from hopping on your listing forever, and how to find low MOQ suppliers to test your bundles. And MOQ, if you're not familiar with that term, is minimum order quantity. And then how to keep your sales going well into Q1 2019. So one of the biggest mistakes I made in my first Christmas, my first Q4 on Amazon, is I sourced like a mad woman for Q4 and I cleaned up. I can't believe the sales I did. It was incredible. I think it was like 35,000 and something in net profit over the course of 2.5 months, and I was a newbie. All I did was just hustle. I was doing RA at the time. What I didn't do is source for January. So at the end of December, I was out. I was out of inventory. I was done. There was nothing left in the warehouse. I was, found myself gasping for breath on my living room floor to recover from that mad craziness, right? But what I didn't do is I didn't have inventory to sell in January. So I learned my lesson, and now I am already making bundles for Q1. I am already making bundles for January and even conceptualizing my bundles for February, which, as you know, contains Valentine's Day, which is a really high trafficked and great sales holiday. Now, normally I teach people how to do evergreen bundles, but since we're right in the middle of Q4 here, it's the beginning of October, I'm going to show you things that you can do right now to put bundles together for this holiday season and beyond, so that you can take advantage of even more profits right now. So let's just keep going. Let's dig in. Why Q4 bundles? Well, you can sell your products when it's a bundle at a higher price point, which of course equals more profit, but also during Q4. And by the way, Q4, when I say that, it kind of starts, I'd say September-ish, all the way through about 4 days before Christmas, because we can still merchant fulfill things a few days before Christmas. But the big pop in the holiday season you're going to start seeing is middle of November through a week before Christmas. So it's this really truncated time, but it's insanely trafficked on Amazon, okay? So a lot of times you can sell your things for more, because if you're anything like me, and I know some of you on this webinar are, you wait till the last minute to shop for your Christmas gifts. And you know that Uncle Ralph really likes XYZ niche. He's really into fishing, and he's really tough to buy for because he's, Uncle Ralph, and you've been buying Christmas gifts for him all, for 20, 30 years of your life. And it's hard to find that one thing. So when you finally find it on Amazon and it's a week before Christmas, I will pay anything for Uncle Ralph's to stay in his will, right? I will pay anything for that gift. So you can actually charge higher prices for your bundles during Q4, as well as charging a higher price for a bundled product as opposed to a single product. Okay, I go on tangents like that. Sorry, let me get back on track. You can leverage seasonal trends and search terms that people wouldn't normally search for the rest of the year. And you can beat your competition to page one with no advertising using what I teach in the Bundle Masterclass. And I'm going to show you some of those secrets on this webinar. You can take advantage of increased traffic to test niches fast. So if you have an idea for a niche, you can test it really fast, get it up there, get a few of them sold when you see that it sells really quickly. And in fact, one of my students who is actually on this webinar sold out in a week when she sent 3 dozen of one bundle, and if she had more, she probably would have sold them just with one bundle 2 weeks ago. So it is possible when your bundle hits that warehouse to boom, sell out, and it gives you a chance to test it in kind of a low risk manner without having to invest in, thousands of units. You can set yourself up for continued sales in January and of course the rest of the year with Evergreen bundles after your competition, that sometimes could have been me, has run out of their product. So let's get started. So this is Anita. Say hi in the chat. Anita Breeze is one of my students and frankly a very solid bundler in her own right. She's very well known, especially in the Canadian markets. She has an ebook on bundling, especially for Canadians. And she said her biggest fear about bundling was, what if it doesn't sell? And I think somebody already asked in the chat, do I do pay-per-click right out of the gate? And my answer is I don't, because I believe in mitigating risk right up front and doing my research. The bulk of my research, really researching a bundle, a niche, and a market in my competition before I ever buy a product. So she says, after taking Barbara's Bundle Masterclass, I don't worry anymore. Now most of my new bundles arrive in the warehouse without a sales rank and start selling the very same day. My recent bundle, now Anita just gave me this testimonial today, so I think the recent bundle hit October 6th and was sold out in a week. It was 36 units of a unicorn-themed bundle selling for 25 bucks. Her cost was $6.75, and her in-pocket profit after expenses was a little over 14 bucks. That's over $500 net profit in 1 week on just one bundle. Now, if you do the math, first of all, she's going to raise her price. She said, I need help urgently. She's got to urgently reorder, put more bundles, and get them in. She's going to raise her price. And what if you had like 10 bundles like that, or even 5 bundles like that? That's $2,000 on net profit on one bundle a month. If you had 10 of those, that's $20,000 net profit a month. These numbers are real, guys. I am 90% wholesale bundles, or bundles, wholesale and white label, and the rest of my product are wholesale from wholesale suppliers, but I have exclusives with those suppliers. Okay, so say hi to Anita Breeze in the chat. You can also find her in the Deal Diva group and in the Bundle Masterclass group when you come join us in the course. She's in there as well, dropping high quality nuggets. Okay, so here's my unique approach to bundling. Go ahead and grab a pen and paper and start taking notes. It's important that you know your market before sourcing. I think one of the biggest problems that bundlers make, and you've heard in countless YouTube videos of people who are talking about bundling, is they start with the product first. I do not, I repeat, start with the product first. Now I might walk around a dollar store or walk around a Walmart or walk around any retail store to get ideas for target markets, but I don't start with, I have a product, what can I bundle with it? Here's how I approach this. First, I identify passions and problems, and in just a minute, I'm going to have you guys brainstorm in the chat. I'm going to have you do the same thing. And if you're watching the replay, grab a pad and a pen, and I'm going to have you just brainstorm a little bit about passions and problems that you'll be able to start building bundles around. You want to identify the competition for the same keywords that you'll be using to get people to come to your listing. You're going to build and evaluate bundle concepts instead of buying, just jumping all in and buying 3,000 quantity of different bundle items. You want to build and evaluate them first. How to identify suppliers, how to competition-proof your bundle so that other sellers can't jump on it. And by the way, here's a secret, not so well kept secret in the Amazon seller space. Most sellers are lazy. So you don't have to do too much to competition-proof your bundle. okay? You want to test and refine it and then drive your own traffic off of Amazon. You don't have to do it most of the time, but I like to do it because I like to control. If I can send more traffic from Facebook or Pinterest or Reddit or any other platform onto my Amazon listing, that gives it more juice and I get a better rank and I get more sales. And then automate and delegate. So at the end of all this, you're going to max out no matter what your sourcing method is for your Amazon business. If you're doing it, most of it, you're going to max out. So I show you how to automate and delegate the process of bundle creation, concept, research, and creation. Okay, let's talk about seasonal versus evergreen. So some seasonal topics for the next coming 6 months, and I do think 6 months out, okay? I don't, come up on September 15th and say, gee, I wonder what bundles I'm gonna do for Halloween. I start thinking about those bundles for Halloween and for Q4 6 months prior to Halloween. And hint, a lot of my suppliers, they're gonna sell out of their Halloween products well in advance of, say, probably July. They've already taken orders for their Halloween products, for the things that are on their containers. So if you're doing last minute bundling and you want to source wholesale, it's going to be a lot harder. So I suggest to plan 6 months out, what holidays are coming and special events are coming in 6 months from now, and start brainstorming your bundles ideas for them. So in Halloween, of course, you have decorations. I talked to a guy today. I had a wholesale shipment come in yesterday that was on 3 pallets. And I broke everything down and got them off the pallets, and then I put the pallets up locally on a Facebook group saying free pallets. And this guy comes this morning and he picks them up, and I asked what he's going to do with them. And he says he's going to use them for Halloween decorations. He's going to send me a picture. I'll share it with you guys. And I guess he makes monsters pop out of them or whatethever. But there's these people who go all out for decorations, haunted houses, and I mean, they just go nuts with their and spend a ton of money on Halloween decorating of their entire property inside and out. Okay, costumes, that's an easy one, right? Parties, people have Halloween parties, but from dress up parties, you've got all of the decorations for the parties, the giveaways for the parties, the food for the parties, right? Christmas, gifts, decorations, groceries, home, New Year's resolutions, fitness, health, productivity, stop smoking, organization, bad habit breaking, right? Q1, Valentine's Day and Easter. Now I know Easter is not in Q1 because Q1 is, by the way, these Q1, 2, 3, 4 I'm talking about is January, February, March is first quarter, April, May, June is second quarter. Okay, so that's what it is, breaking the year up into quarters for those of you who didn't know that already. So Easter is in Q2, but I'm already planning for Valentine's Day and Easter. So to me, that's like the first half of the year holidays. Mother's Day, again, that's in May, but it's the first half of the year holidays. And I did some research. There's an entire presentation about Mother's Day in the Bundle Masterclass last year. I did research on what mothers want for Mother's Day so I could figure out what to sell and what my master bundlers could create, what bundles they could create. And the number one thing was experiences. So what kind of experiences could you put together in a bundle? And I won't brainstorm here, but I do a lot of brainstorming in other videos, so you can find me on YouTube and look up my niche market brainstorming videos. Summer, vacation travel, activities, back to school, even though that's, bumping up, that's August, September, start thinking ahead to your seasonal bundles. Now, I'm very much an advocate of building evergreen bundles that sell year round as your basis for your income, and then using seasonal bundles for those pops of income during the seasonal. But I don't rely just on seasonal bundles for my business, because I want a steady income from my evergreen bundles that sell year round. That's what evergreen means. And then I can get a pop of seasonal bundles. Okay. So here's some types of bundles, some gift bundles. And if you guys have ever heard me talk, I like unicorns. A lot of people like unicorns. Little girls like unicorns. Do you know there women have unicorn themed weddings, etc.? I mean, the unicorn niche is crazy fanatical. So some types of bundles, that's why you'll see me use unicorns as an example in a lot of my presentations. So solution bundles, what problem does this bundle solve? Projects, kits, things that they can put together with their hands. Ready to give gifts. So like this, the one on the lower middle with the little spa basket. If you just put that in some cellophane wrap and put a card with it, they can give that with the card to whoever they're buying it for. Bulk products. So school teachers might buy like a bundle of 50 packs of pens, of a certain type of pen or pencil or a project kit. So think bulk products as well. And then of course, decoration kits. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is niche market research. I know I'm going fast, but I have a lot of things to cover. So hang in there if you're asking questions in the chat. We'll get to Q&A towards the end of this. So, and by the way, grab your pen and paper because there is an exercise coming up next. So niche market research. You want to know your market before sourcing. This is my step number 1 in my approach to bundling. I have a series of steps that I use to create my bundles. So know your market before sourcing. Identify passions and problems. Ask yourself, what are people passionate about? What are some problems that people need solved? And if you need hints, just watch late night TV for the infomercials. Watch, not that I'm an advocate of, I'm not telling you to watch TV, but look for the commercials during regular television, and you'll see that the advertisers, whatever product's being advertised, solves a problem of some kind. So you want to look for groups of people that have a common passion or a common problem. And then you want to conduct deep keyword research, and there are a lot of tools for conducting keyword research. I use two of them. I mentioned more in the Bundle Masterclass. There's merchantwords.com and Google Trends are the two main ones that I use. And then you look for niches where you can combine high volume keywords, and I call those mashups. So let's brainstorm a little bit. I'd like you to type in the chat things that you are passionate about. But I'm going to give you some instruction here, okay? So don't just type dogs. What I want you to do is niche it down. Is it small dogs? Is it a Chihuahua dog? If you like gardening, do you like herb gardening, or do you like organic gardening, or small space gardening, or vegetable gardening, right? So don't just give me a bigger word. I want you to niche down what type of passion, what type of thing you are passionate about. So I'm going to switch over here to the chat and just call out backs of magazines. Thank you, Wendy. Sports football. Okay, so Jen, I'm going to ask you to, okay, sports football, but what about football do you like? Aquaponics. Okay, I've never heard of that. So somebody write that down. We're going to go search aquaponics. We're going to do a live, I do in the Bundle Masterclass, we do these random over my shoulder show and tell, which is basically we start searching for stuff, just things like aquaponics that I know nothing about, and we go down all these rabbit holes, and it's completely unscripted and live. Okay, so cupping massage, how cool is that? Large dogs with handicaps, i.e. deaf dogs. What a great niche market. You're solving a problem, and that's a mashup I'm talking about. You're solving a problem for the dog and the owner, but you're also getting a passionate market of dog lovers, right? Big dog lovers. Organic, I almost said orgasmic cosmetics. Okay, who said that? Randy, thank you, Randy, for that laugh. Organic cosmetics for middle-aged people. I love it. Flower garden, aliens. Okay, Sherry, what do you like about aliens? Do you see them on a regular basis? I love that. Fondant decors. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but really cool niches here, guys. Reselling use of cleaning and repair, large dogs, travel, and crochet. Okay, so put together crochet and large dogs. There's an interesting niche. What if you did a kit with all of the material plus a plan, pattern to make a cute little hat for a large dog using crochet, for example? Okay, jewelry making. What kind of jewelry making? Is it like Native American jewelry making, or Deb, niche it down even more? Orgasmic aliens. Nicholas, thank you very much. Yeah, I've got a live group of people in here. Thank you guys. Beading and wire. There you go. You guys are hilarious. Flower garden. Okay, flower gardening. What kind of flowers? Because I know they're like really, there are these, what are the ones that, orchids, that's it. I cannot get orchids to stay alive. I admit it, I'm an orchid killer. I try. It's a very special thing. That and African violets. My mom used to be great. She'd get these pretty little African violets, and she'd give me directions on how not to overwater them and not to put water in the thing. I swear I'd kill them every time. So I know that there's special skill sets required for growing some certain flowers. So maybe do, a flower bundle, but for people with black thumbs like myself. Weightlifting for women over 40. I love it. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for playing along. Great ideas. Whoever is on my screen making marks on my screen. Stop, please. I'm going to unshare and share that again so you don't see that. There we go. Okay, so thank you guys for playing along. That was a lot of fun. Great ideas. I am going to download this chat, so keep putting it in there. Keep putting your ideas in there for niche markets, and I will download the chat and find a way to include it like as a link in the video once I upload the replay. There are a lot of really cool ideas in there that you guys should start researching, right? Start looking. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Okay, so passionate market ideas. Here's just a few off the top of my head as I was doing this presentation this afternoon, as I was putting it together. Pet birthdays. Okay, do you know people, I am guilty of this as well. I have 2 cats. I have a male cat who's like a ginger cat, and ginger cat lovers, there's a certain kind of, they're just a unique breed, a unique cat, right? So I actually get him a stocking filled with his favorite cat toys, and he likes toys with feathers and jingle bells. Those are his things, right? So I actually build a bundle for my cat. Okay, I'm a little embarrassed that I'm admitting this, but be honest, you all have something you do for your pet that you're embarrassed about. I can't be the only one. So people have pet birthdays, right? There are these people who are fanatic about their little dogs, like little Chihuahua dogs, and they create these, lavish, like mermaid-themed birthday party for girl Chihuahuas. There's a really niche bundle there because the market is fanatical. The pet market is fanatical. And there's so many different niches that you could just play around with and have fun with and do research on. Steampunk lovers. So about a year ago, I had these goggles and like an Amelia Earhart like pilot's hat as a bundle. And I ran out of stock, and I can't even remember where I got the product. It was just this one quick shot. I was testing it out around Halloween. I think I got the stuff on AliExpress, come to think of it, but I've moved. The stuff is missing, gone. I suppose I could redo it, but I still have ads up on Facebook or Facebook posts. And suddenly in the past couple of weeks, people are messaging me if I still have the steampunk or pilot goggles and pilot hat. So the steampunk niche is really, really interesting and very fanatical, and they pay top dollar for things. If it's unusual and cool and funky, then I can't remember. I think it's Wild Wild West with Will Smith was the movie. If you want to see an idea of steampunk, go watch that movie. Animal images. So there are people who are fanatical about specific animals. It could be owls, horses, a specific dog breed, a specific cat breed, like the angry cat or Siamese cats or orange tabbies, bunny rabbits, chickens, fill in the blank. You put an animal image on a cute product, or you do an owl lover's kitchen bundle, right? So now you have a need, people that it's going to be used in the kitchen, and a passion. So there's another mashup between 2 high traffic keyword groups. Okay, countries. So people who who are from Italy or who love Italian food. So you can do a country-themed food bundle or a country-themed expats bundle where you get food from those countries for expats living in another country. Sports fanatics. This is an easy one. So sports teams have specific color combinations, right? So without ever mentioning a sports team, which would be against terms of service, right? Because it's IP infringement. You could simply put together I'm sorry, I don't follow sports that much. Whatever the colors, is there like green and yellow for one football team, right? I think I saw that somewhere. I don't know. But let's say a football team has, their colors are green and yellow. So you put together a football themed basket in these color combinations, and you have different variations. For example, dancing. So anything from ballroom dancing. I'm a ballroom dancer. I love West Coast swing, and I will pay top dollar for shoes and outfits and anything related to West Coast swing. But think of the little ballerina market. So these little girls who are learning how to dance, that is a fanatical market both for the child and the parents. Science and astronomy. So, and by that, I mean, that encompasses so much. Science could be science kits. It could be, you know, from microscope all the way to, we look at the stars. There are so many rocks, people who like rocks and minerals, right? Digging rocks and minerals. Watches and pens. So there are people who paid top dollar for really high-end watches who need a place to store them. So I'm a pen collector. I like nice pens. They have to have a certain weight. They have to be roller balls, have to be one I don't have. But then I have these beautiful boxes with like glass tops that hold my pens, that display my pens. So you could think about solutions for people who like to collect high-end items. And the reason I say high-end items is because we're paying for our high-end collectors pieces. We really want to protect them with, you know, certain ways of protecting them. So fashionistas, that's an easy one, of any age. Okay, so let's just keep going. I've got a lot of stuff to cover here. We're only on step 2, competitive research. What do you do after you come up with all these cool ideas like we did in the chat, all these market ideas, all these passionate markets and problems to solve? First, you want to identify what is already being sold on Amazon with the keywords that you are trying to target, which does not mean that you want to search for a bundle, because it could be nobody's created a bundle that's hitting that target market. What you want to do is see who is selling what products to the same keywords that you're trying to compete against, okay? So that's your competition for the keywords. You want to identify the sales volume for the products in your niche. So there are a bunch of tools out there. There's a Helium 10 I haven't used yet, but Market Intelligence by Viral Launch, Jungle Scout, they all have free or really inexpensive versions of these Chrome extensions, where after you do a search for like steampunk watch, whatever, you can hit one of the buttons on one of these, which would be a Chrome button on the upper right hand side of your Chrome browser, and it will tell you basically how many are being sold a month in general, and what volume they're doing, what their ranks are, and give you a whole spreadsheet that you can download. Then you want to identify holes in the market. What is not being sold? Look at the reviews. Look at the questions people are asking on this. Look at what needs they have that are not being met by these listings. You want to identify weaknesses in the product and identify weaknesses in the listing by doing, you know, going through a checklist of listing optimization. You know, where do these listings of products that are selling really well, where do they fail, and how can you do it better? And we teach all that in the bundle masterclass. So make your bundle irresistible. I want people who look at my bundle listing to say it together with me in the comfort of your own home, shut up and take my money, right? I want them to see my bundle is going to flash every passion in their brain and every emotion of I have to have this because I've built it properly. I've built it with their needs in mind. I want to create an added value experience. I want to do that little extra that just puts it over the top. When I do my initial passion and problem research, it's going to tell me what the customer wants and needs, because I'll have gotten myself into the brain and the heart of my ideal customer for a bundle concept to find out. And I have 3 questions that I ask people too, or I ask myself when I'm doing a bundle. I ask myself these 3 questions, which help me identify and really, really niche down on what my target market would be interested in. And then I make it unique, right? I don't do the Me Too stuff like everybody else does. That's called being a lazy seller. And that's not going to give you the competitive advantage. If you want to make serious money on Amazon, then you have to be serious about it and treat it as a business. And then over deliver with packaging, inserts. Make it, when they open that box from Amazon and they open your product, you want them to say, wow, oh my God, this is awesome. This is wonderful. You want them to have that warm and fuzzy feeling they had when they saw your listing. And then you want to ask the right questions. Here's what you don't ask. What else can I throw in this bundle randomly? No, I call that bundle stuffing. You want to ask them, what else does this ideal buyer want or need? I'm sure you guys have all seen the listings of like, you know, a winter hat with something random like a keychain thrown in, right? That has nothing to do with the theme of the bundle. They only did that to lock it down for my competitor, but it's not going to sell because they're not focusing on the target market. What does their customer want? And that's what I teach. Okay, so do's and don'ts. Don't do Me Too products. Everybody else is doing it. You want to be unique. When you are competing against 5 or 6 or 20 people on page 1, and you want yours to stand out as unique, not like everybody else's. You don't do bundle stuffing where you just stuff junk in the bundle in order to try to get more money out of it and try to keep competitors off of it. And you don't do non-optimized listing creation where you just do one image and throw up, and you don't do any keyword research and create an optimized listing with your features and your bullet points and your title. Don't just throw up a listing. You want to optimize that listing to catch the eyeballs and convert people to a buyer. And poor photos, I see this all the time. People who don't even bother taking the background out of their photos. And there are tools that will allow you to do that pretty easily. Not enough margin. I see people get really excited about bundling and they put together this massive bundle and they overthink it and it's huge, but the value of the bundle to the market is like $19.99, but they've paid $16 for the products in their bundle. You want to have enough margin. You want to, I look for bundle pricing $24.99 and above. And I try to go more than that as well, $35, $40, right? So there's margin in there. If I need to run ads or if I need to do discounts or coupons on it, I need to have enough margin in there to make money because this is a business for me. It is not a hobby. And I'm a 100% Amazon seller. This is what I do. So overthinking and perfectionism. Sometimes we have like the coolest ideas and we do the research and then we don't pull the trigger, right? Taking action as an Amazon seller, you gather enough information and then just test it. Just try it. Just get it out there, get it into Amazon and test the product, right? Sometimes you just have to take that leap. Okay, so poor bundle example. I'm sorry if this is any of your all's bundle in who's watching this video. I apologize. But I was doing research on bundles to find one that was not very good, and it took me a while, but I found this one. Everything in here is from the Dollar Tree. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but they didn't really think about what the customer would want. Who would use this? It's 2 packs of stickers and a bunch of pink hearts that you throw on the table. So who would buy this? Why would they buy it? It doesn't make sense. And then they stuffed, in terms of listing optimization, in the title they put dogs, cats, raccoons, bears, birds, animals, they're all over the place. And look at this, $3.07. They're losing 92 cents before they even put in their cost of goods sold. So by the way, if anybody is looking, wants to know what this plugin is here, I love this. I don't know how much I pay a year. It's like $100 a year or something, but I've had it for 3 years and I couldn't live without it. It's called RevSeller. RevSeller. I don't know what the price is now, but I just re-up it every year. And it takes all the information I need on listings and it plunks it right smack in the middle of the listing, RevSeller. So good example, Get Fit. And this is from, we're coming up on January, believe it or not. It's only a couple months away, guys. So clearly this meets a need and a passion. People who want to get fit. Especially during January when we're all thinking about, I got to get off that holiday weight, I got to get in shape again for the spouse, right? Or for ourselves. So this is a great bundle. It is very well optimized, great listing, fabulous photos. Look at all the photos over here where they had photos of nothing. Okay, but all of these photos here, lifestyle images, the product being used. This is a fabulous bundle. $15.99, I'm betting he could probably get more for this. He could probably sell this bundle for $20, if not more, and maybe put 1 or 2 more things in it and increase that to $25. So anyway, great example of a bundle. Okay, so where to source? Where do we get stuff, right? So the very first question I ask myself after I've identified a passionate market, I've kind of conceptualized my bundle, I have an idea of what products I want to put in it, I need to know that whatever the source is, I can get long-term access to my bundle's products if it's evergreen. Now, if it's seasonal, that's a little bit different because, you're only going to sell Christmas bundles at Christmas time. But if it's an evergreen product, I need to know that I can get the bundle products year-round. Of course, you can go to retail stores. Wholesale is my ideal, that's my preferred sourcing. Liquidation-based product. I also do liquidation. I'll buy liquidation lots, but it'll be large amounts. And it'll be a product that I can use that as a base for 3 or 4 different products, especially if I can get a liquidation lot for a really great price, then I can, buy it all, own that product basically, and use it for different types of bundles. Manufacturer, direct from manufacturer. You guys know I just came back from China and met tons of trading companies and factory stores there. Product is really easy to get direct from manufacturer. You can use AliExpress here in the States. You can source directly from China, India, Mexico, Canada, US. You can white label other people's products. Did you know that you can buy somebody else's product? And I'll show you an example in a second, and just have your brand name put in it. I actually do that with a small sample of coffee. That's my niche is for zombie lovers, and I have a zombie lovers bundle, breakfast coffee bundle, and I have a zombie label put on the coffee that I white label. Etsy is a great place to source products direct from suppliers, direct from people who make the product. And then local stores, just walk into a retail store, and as you start looking at products, you're like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, this product will hit my target market. Turn around, look at the back, and look at the label to find out who the manufacturer is and contact them directly to set up a wholesale account. Okay, so we talked about where to source. What's next? Google, wholesale plush. All I did was Google, and you guys will hear me say this in the bundle masterclass over and over again. Google is your friend. So if you need a product wholesale, just Google your product wholesale, or your product supplier, or your product manufacturer or factory, right? And all I did was search for Google for wholesale plush, and I was looking for, I actually needed a shark. One of these is a shark, this little guy here. And these are the prices. If I buy 288, that's 2 gross, it's 54 cents each. Now, I can't buy individual, so this didn't work for me because all I needed was a shark to put with another product. But what if you did a bundle on, Sea Life and put all of these 6 together at 54 cents each with a Sea Life blanket, for example, right, for a little kid, just as an example. Or maybe that blanket, you find a blanket that has like a sea theme on it, and you make a game out of it, right? You write up a little pamphlet of here's how you play the Sea Life game. And these little plush could actually be your little pieces to the game, for example. Okay, so here's private label baking supplies. We're headed into Christmas and Thanksgiving time in the US. So people are thinking about what they're gonna bake and make. So what if you could put together, what if you wanted to do a baking bundle for a certain type of food, let's say cookies, right? All I did was Google private label baking supplies, and I found this one, Clabber Girl, and this one, the ones that are in yellow, the traditional baking ink. And look what it says. Private label cookies option available. This one is branded baking ingredients. Clabber Girl private label products are available in a wide range of ingredients, sizes, and packaging. So some of those sizes might be sample sizes, for example. It might be full sizes. And you put it together with a bunch of other stuff, and you have a baking bundle. So Google is your friend. If you're having trouble finding a supplier for an idea for your bundle, go to Google. AliExpress, another one. I put in kitchen organization, and this was back to school time, and I was looking for maybe kids who were getting their first, they're living in the dorm, they're going away to college, and they want some girly supplies for the new common kitchen in their dorm room, right? So we found these 3 things in different colors, so we can have different variations, and you put together a bundle like this. So step 5, how do we competition-proof our bundles? So you want to source from various suppliers. Don't just go to the dollar store, buy 3 products, put it in a bundle, and expect that every other person next to a dollar store in the entire US won't do the exact same thing and hop on your bundle, right? That's called being a lazy seller. Now, I use the dollar store to get ideas and for niche markets and unique packaging. So you want to do a unique packaging on it. You want to do something a little bit different with your packaging, even if it's just putting a cool sticker on it. Custom piece, put a custom piece in there. And you can get custom pieces. I'll show you in a minute where I get some promo pieces. I use Vistaprint. I can create puzzles. Usually I'll use the cardstock, and I can have a randomly created word search puzzle created. Just Google custom word search puzzle or custom puzzles or puzzle creation. Anyway, you can have these randomized crossword puzzles created. And then you just take a screenshot of it or JPEG of it and put it on a postcard. And then that postcard goes into your bundle. Checklists, cheat sheets, certificates, recipes. I'll show you a bundle real quick that I did with some puppets that included a certificate. Here it is. So plush hand puppets. This is an actual bundle that I've done. And you can go to bundlemasterclass.com/course-outline. And I did a video. It's like a 3-minute video, not while you're on this webinar, but after the webinar. Go over there and you can see the bundle that I put together, and I'll show you the certificate. So I did an adoption certificate an adoption box as my packaging, and then the packaging turns into this stage. There are 6 different really cute plush, really nice quality hand puppets. And then the packaging turns into a stage. It turns back over, and then they can use it as a stage to play with their puppets. Instead of just putting puppets together and throwing it up there, I did that little extra that didn't cost me a whole lot more. And I made it a bundle that can't be competed against. Okay, so think promotional companies. So how do you get these custom products? So when you know promotional companies are, right? You go to a trade show and you pick up all these pens and they have somebody's name on it, that company's name. You can actually put anything you want on these pens. So what if you had a school supply bundle for unicorn lovers, right? And it could be like an electronic school supply for college kids, right? For college girls. You could do this anti-slip promotional cell phone holder here on the right. That's on sale for $1.09, but you can put a unicorn on the bottom of it. Not a logo, just a unicorn, right? And then that same unicorn image that you just go to Fiverr.com and you have someone draw for you a little cartoon unicorn that they draw, and they give you the rights to use it as you want for like $5, right? And then you put it on this, and you put it on it looks like these are earbuds for $1.45, and the pop socket, and the silicone adhesive custom wallets for cell phones. So you could just either use one of these to bundle with you, or you could create an entire bundle based on things that you can buy at promotional companies. Does that make sense, guys? Are we all on the same page? I want to hop over to the chat and make sure I haven't lost y'all. I know I'm going really fast. Okay, so business insurance, products from China. Wendy, we're not going to talk about the China stuff right now. We're only going to be talking about bundling on this webinar. What site was that? Promotional items website. There's tons of them. Just remember what I said. Google is your friend. So when you go to Google and put in promotional items, and you will be retargeted on every social media platform that exists from now until the end of time. Really expensive packaging, boxes, baskets. Lila, go ahead and Google that. I found a package. Here's a tip, a pro tip. So boxes, packaging, like corrugated packaging boxes, if you order them from somewhere out of where you are, you have to have them shipped to you. You have to pay for that shipping. So I searched for a packaging manufacturer in Phoenix, which is where I live, and I found one. And then I went down to his warehouse to pick up some coffee mug boxes, and I found he had an entire showroom with packaging concepts and ideas he'd done for other clients, and it gave me a ton of ideas on how I can use that packaging. So now I've saved on the shipping, and he'll even deliver to my facility. He'll deliver to me. White label, Jen, means that basically you're using somebody else's product and putting your logo on it. So all these long questions, Lila, thank you very much. I'm going to have you guys put all the long questions in the group, which is www.facebook.com/groups/DealDiva. That's facebook.com/groups/DealDiva. Okay, so I'm going to keep going through this presentation. Go ahead and take a lot of notes, and then I'll cycle back around to the chat and answer as many questions as I can in the chat. So let's keep going. All right, so here's more promotional items, and just use these items here to get some ideas, just to brainstorm a little bit. Look at this. Poker. Do you think poker is like a fanatical niche market? Absolutely. Games and puzzles. What if you did a puzzle, like a mind bender puzzle bundle, but the hardest puzzles known to man, right? And aliens, right? And you just put together a bundle of like 20 of the hardest puzzles, like logic puzzles you could find, and that's your bundle. So these are just some ideas of more promotional products. And then on those puzzles, you could actually just put your logo on it. Okay, so step 6, you want to maximize, your bundle concept. What do I mean by that? So what I mean by that is you want to create various versions for fanatical niches. So let's say you did a Chihuahua birthday bundle, a girl Chihuahua mermaid birthday bundle, and it had like the little mermaid hat for a Chihuahua dog, and it had the mermaid sign for Chihuahua dogs, little balloons with footprints on them, and placemats and candles with footprints on them, right? So you do this whole bundle for little dogs, little Chihuahuas that have turned 1 year old and like mermaids. Their owners like mermaids. Then you do a version for, fill in the blanks here, 2 year old, 3 year old, 4 year old, 5 year old. And all you change is the number of balloon and the number of candles. And you could have like a number candle, like 1, 2, 3, 4. And everything else in the bundle is the same except for the number candle and the number 2 Mylar balloon that you include. Make sense? Now you've got a bunch of different variations and you're niching it down even more. It allows you to negotiate a best price for a main item. So let's say I have 3 variations of the same bundle, but the only thing that's different is one piece of that bundle. Or maybe the only thing that's the same is the base product, and then I change out the smaller products. Well, now I've got, let's say, 3 variations. I can triple my order from my wholesale supplier and negotiate a lower price on that main item. It's faster, easier prep. If you so you can basically have, you know, I use these rolling kitchen tables. It's like restaurant equipment. So there's two levels, and they're standing tables, so I can stand and prep at the same time. And then on the lower level, we'll have some of our products and the prep material. And then on the upper product, we just create this line of a bundle prep. And then you can leverage variations on listings. So basically, if somebody leaves a review for one, it maximizes out for those 3 different variations. Okay, let's keep going. Are you having fun? Tell me if you're having fun in the chat. I want some feedback and let me know you guys are you still with me? I know I'm going really fast. Okay, so, oh, thank you for putting the Facebook group in the chat, Wendy. You totally rock. Facebook.com/group/Deal Diva. And you can ask me anything in there about selling on Amazon and sourcing wholesale and private label, having fun. You guys all having fun. Yippee, super fun, great stuff, delightful. Ooh, I like that. Thank you, Geraldine. Okay, I'm gonna answer questions in just a second here. Let's head back to the presentation, and I'm gonna introduce you to the Bundle Masterclass. You've heard me mention it a few times. This is what it looks like inside the course. I've got all these cool modules and all these lessons within the module. What you get is a niche market discovery and evaluation, and everything that we talked about on this webinar, but completely fleshed out. I've only sort of glossed over the surface, so you guys can take this information and start bundling right away and start generating your niche market ideas. But if you want to go further, I invite you to enroll in the Bundle Masterclass. I've got some cool bonuses for you that end in just a couple of days. So this is what you're going to learn, everything that we did in this webinar and even more: creating sales traction, listing creation optimization, competition proofing your bundle. Course structure, you get 8 training modules. There might even be a 9th in there now. I keep adding more stuff. 42 lessons. I think there's more than 42 at this point. Show and tell videos. These are the fun ones. These are the ones where we get on a webinar just like this, and you look over my shoulder and we just start brainstorming and digging into, you know, we find products, we find suppliers, we find niche markets, and before the end of it, we've got a bunch of bundle concepts built out. And in fact, we're going to do that the day after this bonus period ends on Monday, and on Tuesday, we're going to do a live for the current Bundle Masterclass and the new enrollees, for the students who currently exist and the new enrollees. Interviews with industry leaders. Anytime there's a topic that I think is useful to you guys that maybe I'm not an expert on, I don't know very well, I'm going to bring someone from the industry in to teach you, and those are also in the masterclass. And of course, the private Facebook group, 400, we call ourselves Master Bundlers, and I'm thinking about doing a t-shirt, so if there's enough call for it, I'll do a merch shirt for it, and you guys can go order it. Lifetime access to the course and group every time I learn something new or something changes on Amazon, which you know happens on a regular basis. I will update that and include it in the course. In fact, there was just a change on how Amazon wants us to do GTI and exemptions, and I am updating that content in the course to include the new instructions. So you're going to get a bundle planner, which basically it helps you organize all this information you're brainstorming and spitting out. I give you a planner so that you can input the information into this Excel file. And this is during the research phase. This is before you buy any items. So you know whether or not you're going to make money on that product, on that bundle, before you buy anything. How many of you have like boxes and boxes, if not more, of stuff laying around that you're like, oh, that would be cool to bundle, that'd be cool, and then you never did it or it didn't flesh out? I am as guilty as anyone. I had a bunch of that stuff too. It's now gone because I do my research up front before I touch product. I learned the hard way. Okay, so you get the private Facebook group where there's like 400 of us in there, and everybody just adds their input and adds their insight and their wins on what they've done with bundling. And then you're supported by other master bundlers. Meet Jerry Mills, one of my very first students. And he said, now most people are gonna teach you to bundle by, starting with a product and just go buy a bunch of stuff at the dollar store. And that is absolutely not my approach to bundling. If any of my students are in here, the entire first module doesn't even talk about product. We talk about understanding your target market, doing niche research, asking the 3 questions that helps you identify the needs and the desires of that target market before you ever look at product. So I teach the customer-centric approach to product research and to bundling. Again, that's customer-centric approach. Most people start with the product-centric. So Jerry says, you won't find this model taught anywhere else. Barbara brings her diverse skill set to this deep dive course, provides inspiration to know how to identify unique niches, avoid hijackers, that's a big one, and maintain margin. That's another big one, because again, we're building businesses here, guys. What's the real cost of education? Taking uninformed action, just going off and throwing a bunch of stuff up against the wall without informing yourself, without doing your research, costs a lot of money. I've wasted thousands and thousands of dollars before I got clear on my process, just throwing stuff up against the wall. Getting unsuspended. Let's say you mess up and you don't look at Amazon's TOS and you don't know that you can't put 2 branded items together and they shut down your account. All of that money from everything that your account could have generated, thousands and thousands of dollars, is now on hold until you get it figured out or pay someone to unsuspend your account. Live events are awesome. I love going to live events. I mean, a lot of great people I network, and it costs a bunch of money. But I go to events, I think I've been, not including China, that China trip, probably, I don't know, 8 to 10 events, and I'm doing another one next week, add some, already this year in 2018. So I incur the cost of going to events. As I learn new things, I'll bring it to you, but it could cost easily, the flight, the hotel, the cost of the event, thousands of dollars to go to a live event. High-priced courses can pay, but higher-end courses, right? They can pay $2,000 to $3,000. I include a lot of what I've learned in higher-end courses about negotiating wholesale prices, negotiating with suppliers, finding products. I incorporate that into the Bundle Masterclass. You can learn what major retail stores have been doing for decades, but without the cost of importing, because I'm going to show you how to do it with low order quantities. So Debbie Tremblay, and again, I don't know if she's in this webinar. Hello, Debbie. If you are, she says, every lesson opened my eyes to see many new untapped opportunities. From newbies to experienced bundlers, I highly recommend Barbara's course. Love the highly energetic. If you didn't notice I'm high energy from this webinar, then you must be asleep. Unique lessons, never felt overwhelmed to keep up. You go at your own pace in the Bundle Masterclass. Nobody's forcing you to meet a certain, you have to do this week and this week. It's up to your own pace. Some people still have regular jobs and families, and we got holidays coming up, right? So you get to work this course at your own pace with our support and with my support. So Maria Torrey, she's also one of my first students. She said she's been an Amazon seller for over a year. I love this picture. You know why I love this picture? Look at this niche market, 2 niche markets, fishing and people who like boats. By the way, what do they say about people who like boats? 2 best days of a boat owner's life is the day they buy their boat and the day they sell it, right? So talk about a fanatical niche market that you could sell to. So she's been an Amazon seller for over a year. It's been 2 years now. She wrote me this testimonial 2 years ago. There's always something missing when she did bundles, but I filled in the blanks, and she did a lot. I did a lot with a great attitude and a lot of smiles. Yes, I love to smile. I love to have a lot of fun in my trainings, as you can see. So when you get the Bundle Masterclass by Monday, next Monday, you get a few bonuses. You get live show and tell training on October 16th, which is the day after enrollment closes for the bonuses on Tuesday. And yes, there will be a recording. And yes, it will be included in the Bundle Masterclass for all of my current students, because someone's bound to be asking in the chat whether or not they're going to get, yes, you're going to get all of this and the bonuses if you are already a student, because as I add new content to the Bundle Masterclass, you get it all. So you're going to get a live show and tell over my shoulder where we just do live brainstorming. We're going to start with Amazon Q4 bestsellers list, and we're going to look for bundle ideas and product ideas in hot niche markets, okay? And we're going to do that live over my shoulder on October 16th. Bonus number 2, I'm going to give you the top 100, it's going to be a spreadsheet of 3 different spreadsheets, so 300,000 products product ideas in total. Now, not for you to go off and source the individual products, but to get ideas of what the top fanatical niche products are for toys, groceries, home and kitchen. In fact, I looked a little bit today in toys, and the first one I saw was a Lego Advent calendar that is off the charts. Now, you can do Lego Advent calendars, but how many niche bundles could you create for people who want Advent calendars? And think of all of the niche ideas we talked about earlier in the presentation. People who love mermaids, who love owls, who love fishing, right? You do an Advent calendar for all of these different niche markets, because the search term traffic is off the charts for Advent calendars right now. Okay, dollar store supplier Rolodex. So you know, people would tell you go to the dollar store and buy stuff. Well, what does it cost you? $1 a piece. I have a Rolodex of the companies who sell to the dollar stores. So the things that you guys are paying $1 for, I'm paying between 35 cents and 49 cents for same type of product or same exact product. So I give you that supplier Rolodex. It's my personal list of all my wholesale suppliers that sell dollar store products at wholesale products prices and small MOQs. And when you enroll for the first 25 students, because I'm limited with my time, it's Q4 right now, so I'm crazy busy too. But I'm going to do 40 niche market ideas with product ideas. I'm going to give you Q4 related done for you bundles. So I'm going to do all the research for you. I've got a brainstorming journal. I didn't put it here. I've got a brainstorming journal that I am like prolific with idea generation. So this thing is chock full of bundle ideas. I can't action all of them. I have got a ton on my plate and just got back from China. So I'm following up on those leads as well. So I don't have time. So I'm going to pull 40 of those ideas out of my personal brainstorming journal, and I'm going to flesh out those bundles for you. So to reduce competition on those, I'm going to limit that to 25 new students, the first 25 new students, and you go to bundlemasterclass.com/bonus, and the first 25 people who enroll will get this and the next fast action bonus. So the next fast action bonus is I'm going to give you a bundle evaluation. I'm going to give you a private evaluation of your first bundle or any bundle that you choose. And this is, again, only for the first 25 students who take advantage of this bonus. I'm going to personally evaluate a niche market and a bundle concept that you choose before you source any product, just to make sure that you're on the right track and you've got all your numbers in a row before you spend any money on, invest any money on inventory. So here's what you get. You get the entire bundle masterclass. Sorry, you get the entire bundle masterclass. You get instant access to the bundle masterclass. And you get the Facebook group, and you get the 100,000 in toys, grocery, and home and garden, which are, I think, the best trafficked categories on Amazon during, well, all categories are highly trafficked on Amazon in Q4, but I'm going to give you toys, grocery, and home and household. Okay, and you're going to get the 2 bonuses if you're one of the first 25 people to sign up. Let's do the math. Create just 10 bundles, and your average net profit is $10 a bundle. Do that math. Grab your calculator. You sell just 50 of these bundles a month. That equals 5,000 net monthly profit and 60,000 net annual profit from just 10 bundles. Hint, I have a whole lot more than 10 bundles. Okay, you're ready for more success on Amazon? Please, I invite you to join me in the Bundle Masterclass. I'd love to see you guys in there. I'd love to help you learn how to bundle and make more money on Amazon. And even off Amazon, by the way, you can sell your bundles off Amazon. Get instant access to everything, the entire course, the Bundle Mastermind private group, plus the VIP bonuses, just $3.99. Go to bundlemasterclass.com/bonus. Every time I learn something new, from my trip to China, from sourcing directly at factories, after I learn more about that, I will bring that into the Bundle Masterclass and keep adding more and more value into your bundling training, because my goal is to help you be successful on Amazon and off Amazon as an e-commerce seller. I want you all to make a ton of money. I want you to have the freedom that you want. I want you to have the lifestyle that you want, that is supported by having an income that kind of runs on its own, without you working an 80-hour week for somebody else. Okay, let me switch over to the chat here. Remember, go to bundlemasterclass.com/bonus, and the first 25 people are going to get those two limited time offers. Here we go. The Fast Action Bonus 1, Done For You Bundle Ideas, and Private Bundle Evaluation, only for the first 25 people, because I don't have time for more than 25 evaluations, and I want to keep the competition down on the bonus ideas for just $3.99. Let me go over to the chat, see what we got. Thank you, Jen says it's a fantastic content and what a great offer. I appreciate that, Jen. Thank you. Just joined, Rod. So glad to have you. You're going to get an email, welcome email. Go join. Go hit the join button on the Facebook group, and after we get off this webinar, I'll add all you guys in there so you can get started. Yes, explain the 25 bonus again. Yes, Jen, absolutely. The 25 bonus is the first 25 students. Is that what you're asking? The first 25 students are going to get bundle ideas out of my brainstorming journal, but I'll flesh them out for you as I would as if I was researching those ideas myself. And then the private bundle evaluation. When you have gone through a portion of the bundle masterclass, you've learned your niche market research, you've got a bundle concept, before you buy any product, you hit me up, you make an appointment with me, and we will go over that concept together to make sure you're on the right track. Does the class include any info on selling in the handmade category? Ryan, that's a really good idea. No, but it is on my sheet to do, and here's why I haven't done it yet. Because the handmade category is not that big, and because I want you to leverage economies of scale. So handmade products are hard to scale, and by scale I mean you're limited as to how many you can make by hand. So eventually I will do something in there about the handmade category, but it's not in there right now. Are you creating one bundle for one of the 25? Jen, I'm not creating a bundle. For the first 25 people that sign up, it is your fast action bonus, and you're going to get a Done For You bundle, which is basically a journal idea out of my brainstorming book, where I will flesh out, basically go through my process, the one that you're going to learn in the bundle masterclass. I'm going to flesh that out and give you really specific content about what is your target market, what do they want, what kind of products would I include in this bundle, and give that to you. And that's limited to 25 people. You're going to all 40 of those niche ideas. So only 25 students, the first 25 students, will get all 40 of those niche market ideas. So you will have 40 new bundle ideas all fleshed out, ready to source when you're one of the first 25 students. So Tim says, when you launch a bundle, you are driving traffic to with Facebook ads rather than PPC. Tim, I am not using advertising when I first launch a bundle. My goal is to do so much research and deep research up front. Jen, the link is bundlemasterclass.com/bonus, or you can just go to bundlemasterclass.com, bundlemasterclass.com. So I don't use outside advertising when I first launch a bundle, because if I've done my market research really, really well and optimize my listing, my goal is to get organic traffic right out of the gate, just like Anita Breeze did with her bundle that hit the warehouse and sold out in a week. She didn't do any advertising. Now you can do advertising. I do Facebook ads, I do pay-per-click, especially if I want to start building an email list. I'll do Facebook ads to an opt-in page, and then on the back end give them a discount to one of my products. And that's kind of advanced ninja stuff. Okay, so let me see what other questions we got in here. So I am creating 40 bundle concepts, Jen, and the first 25 people are going to get access to those bundle concepts. Now, you'll be able to make variations of all 40 of those concepts, okay? It's going to be a not exact bundle, here's everything you buy for it. It's going to be a concept enough so that you can customize it and put your own custom piece in there that you won't be competing against anybody. So Jen, did you find the link? It's bundlemasterclass.com, and just click on the enroll button in the upper right-hand corner. So let's see what else we got here. Just go to bundlemasterclass.com. I'll know that you're going to get the bonus. Okay, this is a limited time offer just from this webinar. So the first 25 people who sign up right now, they will get the fast action bonuses, and everybody after that will also get the bonuses. So Randy says, great content. You have great credibility. Thank you. Not in my price range at the moment, but I encourage those interested in this niche to take advantage. Now, Randy, I appreciate you sharing that. Thank you. I have paid thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars happily to be in a coaching program and high-end courses that I'm in. I bring a lot of that knowledge into the bundle masterclass, but I wanted to make sure that enough that people could afford to get to learn what I learn without having to pay $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 like I do with my mastermind group. So $399 is a killer deal when you're ready for it, because you're going to get a lot of what I learn in these higher end programs that I'm in. So let's see, can you explain? Let's see, just joined, fantastic, great offer. Love this. You're already, Wendy Reed, she's already a student. If you're not a student, sign up. This is gold. Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate that. Let's see, guilty. All these people have a ton of stuff laying around. I know, I used to be there. Cherie, Cherie is a student. She says, I need to spend some more time in the class. Thank you for all the great comments. Cherie, get back in there and start with module 1 on customer-centric approach to research, because it is time and there is so much money to be made in Q4. It's crazy. So how many bundles do you have active at any given time? Oh gosh, Tracy, I don't know, it changes because I sell out of stuff and then I restock and then I have new bundles going in. So I'm not sure. I'd have to check on that. Do we have to do UPC codes? Do you cover how to do exemptions? Wendy, I absolutely cover exemptions. Do not, I repeat, do not buy third-party UPC codes. It is against Amazon's terms of service. They have created a GTIN exemption process, which is now even easier. That will get you the FN SKU that you need without having to have a UPC code. 2 people asked about UPC codes. Seems that I need to be approved to ask questions in face. Yes, Randy, you do. After this webinar, I'll approve all of you folks who are the new students. Welcome, my master bundlers. By the way, that is your name, the master bundler. Let's see, loving every minute. Good stuff. Let's see, Lila asks, 2 days helping you in your warehouse sorting those pallets and you will train me. So sorry, those pallets, the wholesale shipment I got yesterday, already broken down, done, and 400 of those 1,200 products are shooting their way to Amazon, and I'm waiting for 1 bundle item for the others. So it is done. I appreciate your gumption though, super fun. Yes, I'm glad you guys had fun. Let me see if you've got any more questions here. Want to make sure that I've answered all your questions about bundling. Norma, go ahead, and she wants to pay with PayPal. How can I pay with my credit card? I can take care of you with Stripe, Norma. Go ahead and message me on Facebook. That's Norma Ibarra. Let's see. I'm going to write your name down here, Norma, so I can find you on Facebook. Just go ahead and hit me up on Facebook. Barbara Drazga, D-R-A-Z-G-A. Okay, so Jen signed up with John L. Good stuff. Do not want to pay with the current student, get the bonuses. Jen, the current student will get the bonuses, not the fast action bonuses, but the 3 other bonuses, and they will be in the bundle masterclass plus the new webinar we're going to do next week. They will be in the bundle masterclass after they are created for the new students. How do you process so much inventory so quickly? You must have help. I absolutely do have help, and a lot of my stuff goes to a prep center as well. No way I could breeze and do all these bundles if I didn't have help. Yes, Jen, you can, all of the current students can attend the webinar next week. And remember, this webinar is going to be so much fun. And I do this type of webinar, which is the, here we go, the live show and tell training. I do that kind of webinar inside the bundle masterclass as well. So in the bundle masterclass, one of the ways I teach is we'll have these occasional over my shoulder, no idea what's going to happen, completely unscripted, and we say, okay, let's do some niche market research, and we just get in there and start generating niche markets, and we go down these rabbit holes and we find funky stuff. Some of the things, remember, anybody in here remember the hummingbird bundle we created? So we end up like creating live these bundles, and it's basically you're kind of inside my brain, you're on my shoulder watching my research process for my own business, and you're going to get that as one of the bonuses when you enroll in the bundle masterclass. So you've got to enroll by Monday of next week, and I believe that is the 15th, and the reason being is I want everybody to start all at once with that that live webinar. The live bonus is the next day. Not sure what time yet, but it will be recorded and in the class. So go to bundlemasterclass.com, and in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see an Enroll Now button, and go ahead and enroll, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys inside the class. Let's see if we've got any last-minute questions here. Let's see, you're one of the, Katie, I think you are one of the first 25, but I can't verify that until I get in and look on the website back end. Yes, I will confirm everybody who is one of the first 25 people. I will, Red Key Treasures is me, yes, Tim. I will let you know if you are one of the first 25. And we will start our training next Tuesday, but you guys have to get in. If you haven't, if you're still thinking about it, that's totally cool. Go to bundlemasterclass.com and you can look at the course outline, and you can look at some videos I did on there. You can go see the video I did of the puppets and the 3 live. I do a video right on the homepage that shows you all of the 3 bundles that I've done, that one of which is still live. And I just show you, these are the bundles I've done. Nobody does that. Nobody shows you where products are selling on Amazon. So just go to bundlemasterclass.com if you haven't decided yet. Go watch my videos. Go check things out. You'll see my training style. You'll see the type of content you're going to get. And then enroll. In order to get these bonuses, you must enroll by Tuesday, October, I think it's 15th, next Monday, or I'm sorry, Monday, October, let me use, I can read the slide here. Right, okay. So by next Monday night at 11:59 p.m., I think it's October, let's see when the, October 15th. So Monday, October 15th at 11:59 p.m. is the cutoff time to be eligible to get all of these bonuses. If you're one of the first 25, you will get VIP fast action bonuses as well. And so glad you guys were on tonight. Let me see if there's one more thing in the chat. Will there be a replay for tonight's webinar? Yes, and I will email out the replay for tonight's webinar. So you are on the email list. I will make sure it goes out. I was just able to join, so I didn't get to see the whole thing. No worries, Christine. I will send you the recording. We are in, Tim. Welcome, welcome, welcome everybody who is a new enrollee of the Bundle Masterclass. Let me switch off the screen share so I can see you in your face. There we go. I like seeing people face look in their eyes. So thank you guys for taking time to be with me tonight. So glad I was able to share some information about bundling. I hope you can get started on your bundles right away. Go ahead and enroll in bundlemasterclass.com by Monday, October 15th at 11:59 p.m. to get all of those bonuses. And we'll see you on the live webinar the next day, where you get to look over my shoulder about, and I'll show you exactly how I'm researching bundles right now myself for Q4. So thank you everybody for being here tonight and spending time with me. If you have any questions, hit me up on Facebook. Again, my name is Barbara Drazga. Let me put that in the chat. I know it's a tough spelling, D-R-A-Z-G-A, and it's facebook.com/groups/dealdiva, D-E-A-L-D-I-V-A. And ask me anything you want about bundling or selling on Amazon, and I'm happy to help you out. Talk to you guys later. Bye.